Hey guys, Matt Paulson here. In this video I want to talk about trademarks, whether or not you should get one, and whether or not you should try to do it yourself, or whether or not you should hire an attorney. Many small business owners get heartache when it comes to using the services of a competent business attorney. Attorneys are expensive. You pay a couple grand to do some pretty basic work, in your opinion. Sometimes you feel like you can do the work yourself using templates that you find on the internet, or using a service like LegalZoom. Some basic things you can do yourself, but attorneys aren't there for when everything goes right. You want to have them in your back pocket for when things don't go right, and you need a legal professional to get you out of a business or a legal mess. Somebody just posted on my Facebook group, Entrepreneurs of Sioux Falls on Facebook, about how they were able to research the trademark application process and file a trademark themselves using the information on the USPTO's website, and they did use an attorney. Said they spent about an hour researching it and doing the application, and sometimes this will work out okay. And you'll get your trademark approved, and you're on your way. But again, attorneys are there for when things don't go so right. Now trademarks will basically protect your business name by being used from somebody else in your category. So I've got a trademark on MarketBeat, so nobody else can use that in kind of the financial services or the media space. That wouldn't stop somebody from opening a grocery store called MarketBeat if they really wanted to. If you have a very unique business name, you have a kind of a funny spelling, you can usually get a trademark. But if there are already other people using your business name, or you have a very generic business name, you might not be able to get a trademark. A lot of people use weird spellings in the name of their business to make it trademarkable. Like Lift, L-Y-F-T, instead of L-I-F-T. I suspect one of the reasons it's got a Y instead of an I is because that makes the brand trademarkable. If you have a really generic business name, like, I don't know, Matt's Grocery Store, that might be difficult to trademark. Or Best Laundromat, that would be difficult to trademark. My advice is typically to get a trademark for your business if you can. It just adds some credibility to your brand name. So, if you can do it, go ahead and do it. They're not that expensive, and they're just good protection. There are a lot of things that can go wrong with the trademark application. So I really don't think this is something you should do yourself. For example, if you file your trademark in the wrong category, somebody else could legally use your brand name, and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it because you don't have a valid trademark on the right category of trademarks. A USPTO examiner, they could think your trademark is too similar to an existing trademark, and they might reject it. In my case, we had problems getting the MarketBeat trademark. Our brand name used to be Analyst Ratings Network. Terrible name. Thankfully, we're not using it anymore. But I bought the domain name MarketBeat, and marketbeat.com, .net, .io, .biz. I bought all of them in 2015, and I figured, okay, let's try to get a trademark on this to really cement the protection of this brand that we are investing a lot of money into. So I worked with Pat Connect at Boyce Law Firm to file my trademark. He picked out the classifications for our business, and then he filed the application for us and monitored it just as it kind of worked its way through the the trademark system that the USPTO has. And initially, the USPTO thought that my trademark was too descriptive, and they issued an office action to reject it. So basically, you can't have a trademark name like African Grocery Store or Sports Gear Company because the name is too descriptive of what the business does, or it's just not unique enough. But my attorney was able to successfully argue that MarketBeat had multiple meanings, and he was able to overcome that office action. So it ended up taking about 15 months. It cost a few $1,000s to do, but we were able to get our trademark approved in spite of an initial rejection from the trademark office, our patent and trademark office. And now I'm very happy I have the trademark. It's very valuable IP to us. But if I tried to file it myself, I probably would have just given up after the trademark examiner initially rejected my trademark. But because I was working with a competent business attorney, we were able to overcome that initial rejection and get the trademark. It was definitely a good thing that we got our trademark approved because we've had other companies try to use the MarketBeat name since we got it trademarked. One of the big stock exchanges launched a podcast called Market Beat. We had to send them a polite letter saying, please don't use this name, we have a trademark for it. And after they saw that we had a trademark for it, they immediately stopped using it. There was another website that launched trying to use the Market Beat name. They actually bought ads on our website. So we had to send them another letter saying, please don't use our name, we got a trademark on it, got to protect our trademark, stop it. And they saw that we had the trademark, and then they stopped using the name, and they relaunched their site under a different brand. Again, we're not trying to go after anybody, but you do have to protect your trademark, or you tend not to lose it, or you tend to lose it if you don't protect it over time. Yeah, so if you're looking for a trademark for your business, there's a guy named Sean Caulfield, local business attorney. He posted some good advice to my Facebook group about it. He said, there's a lot of nuances to trademark applications, and making mistakes on your application can cause you to lose your trademark or cost you thousands of dollars yourself. So if you want to file a trademark yourself, again, I don't think you should do it. I think you should hire a competent business attorney to do it for you. Yes, it's expensive, but you're investing in the long-term IP, intellectual property of your business. But if you think, I'm just going to do it myself, I'm determined to do that, at least take the time to meet with an attorney and get an initial consultation before doing it yourself, just so that you don't make a big mistake. A lot of law firms do free consultations to determine what your options are and whether or not you need protection for your brand. I know Sean does this. Sean Caulfield does this in his firm, so it's worth meeting with him or somebody like him, for half hour for free, just to make sure you're not going to do anything really dumb when you file your own trademark. So overall, I think trademarks are very good to have. If you can get one, get one. I do think this is a situation where you should take the time and invest the money and do it the right way with the help of an attorney, and that way you don't kind of screw up any of the nuances of filing your trademark. But if you run into situations like I did, where there is somebody violating your trademark, having that trademark registered with the USPTO is very valuable and just a really good protection for you to have in your business.